Adventure calls in the frostbite night. Steel beasts on the icy path. Crimson tracks leave a frozen aftermath. Chrome dreams racing from the past. Together we'll outlast this cold blast. Snowbound driving through the stormy haze. Lost in tracks leave a frozen aftermath. Chrome dreams racing from the past. Together we'll outlast this cold blast. Snowbound driving through the stormy haze. Lost in time and endless snowy maze. Chasing thrills under northern blaze. Living out on retro fuel craze. Digital echoes in the frozen air. Crystalline challenge of our dare. Navigating the snow with flair. We ride as rebels with frost in our hair. Shifting gears, feel the pulsing night. Traverse the mountains, reach the height. Glowing skyline, reflecting twilight. In this icy realm, we'll win the fight. Stuck in drifts, so breaking through. Every savage night we pursue. With circuits cold and spirits true. Snowrunner tales we renew. Driving through the stormy haze. Lost in time and endless snowy maze. Chasing thrills under northern glaze. Living out on retro fuel craze. Digital echoes in the frozen air. So we shall let sound this endless snowy maze. Digital echoes in the frozen air. Living out on retro fuel craze. Digital echoes in the frozen air. Crystalline chalice of our dare. Navigating the snow with flair. We ride as rebels with frost in our hair. Shift the gears, feel the pulsing night. Traverse the mountains, reach the height. Glowing skyline, reflecting twilight. In this icy realm, we'll win the fight.
Okay, what is up, Nick Grimm? Welcome in. I did the thing right this time. Didn't put it an hour early. That's good. Martin, hello. Hello, hello. Yeah, we can use this truck, I think. So I popped over here in the end of the last one, and I realized that there's two trucks over here, so I took a peek at what they were, and they are part of a quest that we get both of them. And one is the other collab, the one that I feel is better, and then the other is a Dan, and this Chevy does not appear to be ours. Wondering if it's part of a quest or something. It doesn't let us transfer to it. But there's a Chevy here too.
Truck
So yeah, let's take these to Bennington, and then we'll do some, we got a bunch of deliveries to do yet, so get some work done. Yeah, I saw the Dan, and I was like, I always like having, I feel like the Dan is a pretty decent truck, so. Oh, this is, I thought this was like a regular road. It's always a better feeling to get a truck from a task than it is to just buy it, yeah. Yep. Except I was supposed to turn there. We missed a turn. This thing is just gonna be dumb. The question is this road actually ice? When I came in, it sure looks like ice, but it's not really reacting like ice too much. It sure feels like mud back there. It's kind of weird. Yep, it's definitely not, like slippery ice. I guess it kind of is. That's right. Go to this gateway, we're no longer in ice. So how's everybody today on this glorious hump day? It's been, frickin' work was nuts, man. I had like 3 frickin' pages early this morning, too. It was really annoying. Too bad there isn't any customization on it. Apparently it's possible to customize lock trucks. I mean, yeah, I mean, you can edit game files. That's how people do mods. Pretty much all the game, like none of the game files are, if you know how to code it, are like you can tweak torque values and balance values and grip values of tires. Like you can do all that if you edit the game files, but to the port. Okay, so this has got to go like all the way to the west side. I think what I might do is go grab the other one right away. Just drag them both here. What's up, old peoples? What's up, Olsen? Hell yeah, I'm old. What's up? Okay. This goes... Oh, this isn't even Bennington yet. We gotta go to Bennington and then across. Okay. Well, I guess let's leapfrog this. Grab the other one. Where is the destination of those? If I can find the task for it. It's one of these. This one. Port in Bennington. They're both to the port in Bennington. Okay. Yeah, this doesn't really, like, act like ice, even though it kind of looks like ice. It acts kind of like all the other roads here that are kind of slippery. How am I doing today? Tired. I'm freaking tired, man. Like, I woke up 3 times in the middle of the freaking night for on-call shit. Plus, I stayed up late because it was, you know, election night things, and I was watching, so. So yeah, it doesn't help that I was up late, plus I also got woken up. So I was, like, super freaking tired today. I took a little nap before this. I was like, I need a nap. Old people things, right? Not that one. Who do I vote for? It doesn't necessarily matter, I guess, but I voted for the winning party. We won this time. But I mean, you know, on that topic, I feel like I should talk about that topic a little bit. I feel like we should take a moment and, like, appreciate, if you're American, even if you're not American, we should appreciate our fellow human being, you know? Because people are just way too fucking edgy right now, and, like, there's some like really mean shit being said on both sides, and, like, I'm not for that. Like you can have a differing opinion and still be friends. That's the way I look at it. You can still drink beer and have a good time with people you don't agree with. So yeah, respect your, because I mean, I know how it felt 4 years ago when I lost. Like, it didn't feel good. I didn't necessarily want to go to work the next day. Yeah, exactly. Like, don't make it your only. I mean, that is, like, definitely a thing where, like, people, like, get way too invested in it. And it's like, yeah, I mean, I voted for the guy that won this time, but last time he didn't win, and it like, kind of felt shitty, and, like, I was, like, over it in a day, you know? I was, like, mad, but I was, like, not mad. And, like, so, like, yeah, I mean, it felt crappy the next day, the previous day, and I'm sure people are sometimes feeling that way today. So, like, right, just respect your fellow human being, that's all I say. But yeah, I mean, I have to say, I love fucking, even when I lose, the day after is the fucking best day for memes, man. Memes are the best. Fucking, dude, political memes are the spiciest. And there's some good ones today. And like I said, even after the election 4 years ago, there was some good ones. There's some really good ones, so it's a good day for collecting memes if you're a fan. Am I muted? No. Nope, I am not muted. But yeah, it's been an interesting day to say the least. Just frickin' work has been wild. Like just getting, I always have like the worst on-call rotations, and I always like feel bad for my primaries because I'm always secondary. And like, so I always get like the shit that like doesn't ever break. And yeah, it was one of those days. Work was freaking wild today. Let's see which truck it grabs when we'll just take whichever one it grabs. Okay, that one. I'm like, gonna grab one of those. I was just lost in my thoughts, yeah. I'm just tired. I'm like ridiculously tired. Hold on a second. Dan is the longest, yeah. They both got to go. They were both like parked on top of each other, so I was like, it'll grab one of them. Maybe. No, we'll see how I feel. Maybe I'll wake up a little bit. What did you do? DM me the name. I'm not on anything right now. I am streaming, so therefore I'm not looking at anything else aside for what I can follow on stream chat and the stream and the video game. You would think going down this really steep hill, this thing would like roll a little better. Like I have it turned off on purpose so it can like maybe let me move a little faster. Who was my celebrity crush before what? Before. Oh, like when I was young? I mean, Kate Beckinsale was always my celebrity crush. I've always told my wife she's got her, like, you know, hall pass, they call it. And mine is Kate Beckinsale. Because I'm an old man and she's an old woman now, so, but back when I was younger, she was a hottie. If you don't know who that is, that's, she did lots of things, but the most common, I guess probably the most known thing is Underworld, where she just wears nothing but, like, skin-tight leather, so, good. Yeah, and I can't like hop in it to change it into neutral. No, turning it on doesn't really help. It's just slow. Jennifer Lawrence. Yeah, most celebrities are freaking whack jobs nowadays, though, too. That's the only unfortunate part. The low saddle trailer with ramps, yeah. No hard feelings. Why can I not? Yeah. Supposedly there is gonna be a couple new semi-trailers at least. Like we got 2 new log trailers in the last one, now we're getting new semi-trailers. What happened to the truck I'm towing? I don't know. It's just... it was in a spot all beat up and I had to repair it so I could drive it here. It's part of a quest. When you get a game to, you know, go in the forest and kill 12 boars, you don't ask why you have to kill the 12 boars. You just go and kill the 12 boars for your coin, you know? And this quest says take this truck over here. The Junk Dan. This guy that made this map must not like the Dan or the collab, because the Junk collab too. I mean, not yet. I pre-ordered it, but it's next week. I don't know if I'm gonna stream it or not. Like, I'll play it, but I just feel like it's too boring to stream. Like, it's just like farming back and forth, and I don't know. I mean, this is just driving back and forth, so I guess it's could probably just do it, but we'll see. We'll see what I do next week. It's definitely not going to be on Tuesday. I know the game is, I believe, going live on Tuesday. And, I don't know, I probably won't be on Tuesday. I might do it Wednesday, though. We'll see. Found your stupid Dan. Yeah, I found your junk, Dan. Get out of here. Like Farm Sim is a fun game to play, right? But it's just like, I don't know. I don't know if it's as fun to watch. I guess it doesn't really matter which way we go. We could go straight. Straight in this way. Either way is like hills and stuff. think I'm just gonna cheat. We're gonna normal mode this and deliver this, and I'm just gonna transfer this truck back to the other garage, or a truck back to the garage to tow the other one. There was a few bridges that you had to do. There's one that I haven't found a task for that would be really convenient if I could rebuild in Manchester, but I don't think there is a task for it. Somebody got a 4090 RTX for I mean, that's probably an overkill, but don't know why the big square has to be that big. Yeah, it is pretty huge. I think you meant to do it so it could be caught from both lanes. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, whatever. Let's just recover this. It's this Bennington is like the first map, and it's like got the fastest roads. $1070 is probably gonna have a bit of a hard time, but you'll probably have to turn shit down. But I mean, a 4090 is definitely an overkill, but if that's what you want, get it. Screw it. Gonna get fired if he keeps speeding, yeah. But it's so far away. I need to go faster. I don't know, check the minimum requirements of the game, see what it says. If the minimum requirements say you need a better video card than a 1070, then it probably won't work. Or it will be very choppy and laggy and possibly cause bugs. Hey, what's up, Mark? Boss gives you $2 in spending and crashing. 1050 Ti, so it's like borderline. If it's a 1070 but it's not a Ti, it's probably similar equivalents to a 1050 Ti. I mean, you're gonna have to run it all the way at the lowest settings, and it like might not work. So you're not gonna like get all the new like God Ray stuff that they added, and probably the cool fog and stuff. You'll have to turn all that shit off, but. They call it minimum requirements for a reason, because it's going to run at the bare minimum. But it's not going to run well. This thing is not ready for driving yet because he keeps spending. Why am I spending? I'm not spending anything. I have no idea what you're talking about. Watching the latest Cola episode, how do you like it? It's about to get hairy. I'll tell you that. I'll give you a little preemptive. I think Friday and pretty much all of next week are, let's just say, mishaps. Things that the viewers tend to like when I fail. Yeah, so Farm Sim 25 is coming out. Tectonica 1.0 is coming out, like, in a couple of days, actually. That's something I'll probably load back up again. It was fun when I played it and it was early access, but it was, like, definitely unfinished. But Tectonica is another, like, factory builder kind of game that I like to play. What else is going on? What other games are coming out? There's that one game that everybody's like dogging. I don't know. I remember what it's called. I didn't buy it. Veilguard or something. That has like whatever. Some weird stuff in it. What do you mean about that going to get? Oh, the difficulties of Cola show their head. They come out to play. Let's put it that way. The Cola episodes get a little hairy. We have troubles. Yeah. There's a full-fledged rage quit from Rox. I'm like, all right, time to go. In fact, I think there's actually 2 rage quits from. I get really mad in one of them, and I'm just like, oh, this is so stupid. I think I found Isaroken in Discord. Oh, is he fucking mining Bitcoin or some shit? There you go. What, was that like a quiz or something? You were trying to figure it out if I could figure it out, or I'm confused. That's an odd question. If you knew the answer. Ask Sorokin on Discord if he can give you frickin' free season 15, unless you probably already have it if you have the year pass. But ask him to let you in early, give you early access to it, let you beta test it for him. Yeah, it's a junk Dan. It's the junk Dan. I have to deliver the junk Dan. It looks like pretty much all of my trucks in hard mode. They all look like that. All of them look just like that. Yeah, exactly. It just means you've, you know, driven them. They're experienced. It's fun to do. I was watching Nate Province, I think, just finished his Michigan the other day, and he like was saying how much fun it was just because, like, right, like it lets you like go back and experience like the actual difficult part, like when you're in Michigan and have no money. Like that's the point where it's like you really have to like be careful and be challenged by it. Nope, still can't change that. Alright. If I shouldn't just use a different truck. No, we'll just use this one. Oh, that's right. It's already at the gateway. A lot of it is nostalgia, yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, I think season 15 is going to be Canada, which means there could be snow. And, he hinted at one of the vehicles being some big super heavy. Kind of actually looks like a brother to a Kolob, in all honesty. From what I saw from the picture. And then that was when also the rumors of the new trailers also spruced up. So we'll see what actually happens. I do actually have PTS this time, so we'll hop in and check them out. I don't know how much of it I'm going to play, but I'm going to at least check out the new trucks and see how they perform and that kind of thing. Nice. Yeah, pretty much. The 6-wheel drive Collab is what it kind of looked like. Oh, son of... Whoops. I tried to turn the truck on and I... was not through yet. Did I not repair those 2 tires? I must not have. I got 2 flat tires on this thing. Oh, that's right, because the freaking add-on only has... Whoops. Oh well. It's got 6 working tires. This thing was like completely broken, no fuel. I just like repaired, I grabbed a repair truck and, or a repair add-on and just went out and repaired each one, but... Right. Yeah, it should be fine. Is JJ back on yet? I don't know. He was talking yesterday in Discord about, or today in Discord. Because I like tagged him. I'm like, JJ, we miss you. Where you been, man? And I think he's still dealing with computer issues, but he was saying he might try doing a stream tomorrow. So keep an eye out on his channel. If he does do a stream, we'll know about it sometime midday, hopefully. Hopefully he doesn't have freezing issues. Yeah, I mean, he's got to, if he wants to be doing day 1 Farm Sim 25 stuff, he needs to be situating that computer. Roar! What's up, Rexy? Doing all right. We're just grabbing these 2 new trucks that I found in the other map and dragging them across 2 different maps to get them to their destination so they can become mine. And then we're gonna do some work, do some deliveries. Yeah, that's always it too, right? Like it's fine to just play, like you can plug in a brand new computer, install your games from Steam or wherever, and just play them, right? Like you can just immediately be playing that day. But if you want to stream it, it's like tweaking your mic, tweaking your settings, tweaking your stuff, hoping that your stuff transferred over, and like screwing with all that stuff, setting up the stream settings, setting up all the other stuff for it. Like it's a lot of work to get that part of it going. Like you can just hop in and play a video game if you want on a brand new computer, and it takes like less than an hour to plug everything in, get your initial Windows setup done and updates and shit, and then you're good to go. But I flipped once. Listen, I was going too fast, okay? The roads here are a little slippery. Yeah, Rex, I was up super late, like super late last night. And then I got woken up super early, so I didn't really get much sleep. I'm kind of tired, but I like got woken up because of work, because of the freaking on-call nonsense, but yeah. Yeah, I mean the especially the original like spin tires, mud runner, that kind of thing, they're very much designed to be driving slow, right? And then they introduced a bit more arcade-like component of speed into the Snowrunner version of the game. But it definitely is still just a game that's meant you're supposed to be going slow. If you flip a co-op, it'll be an all-time new. Well, we can try after this. We're gonna go pick up some sequoias, so I think that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go drive to that weird spot on that in Manchester, I think it is. I'm gonna go get some sequoias. Yeah, because you start here. You start in Bennington, and like, you have that freaking CLT with highway tires, and yeah, I mean, it's technically like with highway tires, it's actually the best for this map, but it just, if you go too fast, right, it just rolls. So it's always when you start going downhill too. That's when it gets you. It sneaks up on you. Opening the garage task. Yeah, I mean that's exactly it. I think you start down here. Yeah, you start right here at this farm. And there's like a couple of trucks around, and you drive out here and you're like, alright, this isn't too bad. And then you get out to this road, and I think this bridge is out, so you go this way. And like, you just get on this road and it's all like super slippery and hilly, and then you get onto this main highway to go to the garage, and you're like, oh yeah, this is really slippery. And like the moment you like go down that hill there, you're just like on your side, and that's exactly where I flipped here too. You found Mudrunner a bit boring? Yeah, it's a little slow, a little too slow. Because I mean, it's literally just logs too, which is like, I definitely like the fact that there's like more than one cargo, and like trying to figure out cargo logistics for this game is like way better. But like the physics, yeah, the physics of Mudrunner is just so much better. Mudrunner, Snowrunner physics are like top notch, but hey, what's up, Artem? How's it going, buddy? I'm doing pretty good. Just tired. I was telling the guys before I was on call. I'm still on call, technically, but where's my phone? Make sure my phone is on. Cancelled. Thank God. Oh, due to bank holiday. God dang it. That means it's gonna get rescheduled for a different day when I don't have time. Damn it. We are back? Okay. Yeah, it's been a... I made a little comment on that earlier about how some people win and some people lose, and I remember what it felt like 4 years ago when I lost, and it was unpleasant. I don't think I'm reacting as crazily as some people are today, but to still remember that you can have differing opinions and still be friends with people. So just to show some friends some love today. If they feel like I checked it, I actually checked in on one of my buddies, and he's like, well, I should say they are freaking out. It's one of those. But they're not doing so hot. And it's like, you know, like you don't have to worry, man. They're not coming for you. Like, you might not be able to participate in women's sports anymore, and he laughed. I'm like, well, you know, I didn't think you were in the first place, but, you know. And he's like, come on, you know me. I am way too out of shape to be in any sports. And I'm like, oh, me too. So right. We don't get to be in sports. So we'll just not be in sports together and everything will be fine. But yeah, I stayed up super late because of that too. So I'm tired, and then I'm also tired because work woke me up 3 times in the middle of the night for on-call nonsense. Yep, nope. That's exactly it. Like, just be friends with people. Be nice to people. Like I said, some people are not feeling so hot today, and some people are feeling pretty good today. So, and right, like, that changes every 4 years. Because, you know, usually right around half the country is pretty happy, and about the other half is pretty much not happy. So, right. Oh, the new DLC isn't. I don't think it's a collab, but they like released a possible sneaker of it, and it looks kind of like a collab, but it's different. I don't know what kind of vehicle it was. There was people saying, like, speculating what kind of vehicle it was, but obviously, you know, Snowrunner is like, this isn't a, like, Tatras are not Tatras, and Azovs are like something else, and the Mastodon and the Zix and stuff are like something else in real life, right? Like, they just come up with the name of it, but... What info do we have about 15? Supposedly, so all we know so far is like a couple of limited things that I believe it's Canada. I don't know if it's going to be snowy, but that would tell me that it could be snowy. I don't know. I mean, we'll see what... They've been obviously making things way overpowered lately for the trucks that come with seasons, so I have a feeling it's going to have more than just a high saddle, but yeah, so there's for sure obviously a couple new trucks, and there is, I think they confirmed already that it was a 2-map region again, I think, and it's Canada, I believe, Canada based. So where in Canada, I don't know. And then there's supposedly going to be some new semi-trailers, which I'm excited about. Can you recommend a contract you liked in Phase 14? I can't look right now to tell you what they're named, because I'm not in a game that, like, if I look, there's only Highway Haulin, because it's a mod. So I couldn't even look to tell you the names of the contracts, but, I mean, I definitely liked... There was a couple that were, like, building castles, which was pretty neat. Like, it was kind of, like, uneventful, sadly, because, like, none of them really, like, built a castle with a cutscene, so that was kind of disappointing, but there were some pretty neat ones there. I think, probably I most disliked would be the farming, but they weren't, like, the farming wasn't bad. It wasn't, like, overly excessive. It was just I didn't feel like I needed to do it again. And then the logging ones were actually pretty good. There were some pretty decent logging ones. That 10 burnt logs one was kind of annoying because you can't really travel with that many logs successfully. You just have to leave them either loose in something or do 2 trips or 3 trips. So, like, But, like, the other logging was really fun. They had some really good other logging ones. Pretty challenging route, too, for the long logs. Because there's only one place. There's one place to get long logs, and then there's, like, a medium short place, and then there's, like, a only short place, I think, or maybe only medium. That contract is terrible. When you're talking about the 10 burnt logs, that was such an annoying one. There's a couple of like big trailers that were pretty fun. There was like pretty decent moves of the big trailers. Like none of the paths were like super difficult, but they were like challenging because they were all like pretty well off the main beaten path. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't too bad. It was like a relatively easy. There was a couple of challenging spots, but the season was pretty good overall. Went by pretty quick too. Wasn't terrible for time frame.
He's cooking up some noxious perfume. Dog farts in the morning, dog farts in the night. Got me wondering if this dog's eating.
Okay. We got this guy.
It's just who he is, even if his farts clear the whole premises. Went to see the vet, said, Doc, what can we do? He said, change his diet, try feeding him stew. But no matter what, those fumes, they stay. Jake just keeps gassing us all day. He's my best friend, though he can be.
They are the same.
With his silent but deadly, driving us insane. But life wouldn't be quite the same with.
Okay, I have a big trailer somewhere. I feel like we do have a big trailer somewhere.
You can tell from the smell across the whole town. Jake don't mind, he's just being himself.
Where is that big trailer? In Manchester. Flatbed. Super heavy semi. There's one. And then that's a 770 that's over there still. This is where we get the sequoias from, which is why I'm thinking I'm gonna start here. We can probably just go grab that super heavy. And then you're one in Manchester too. Oh wait, that is Manchester. Rutland. Did I delete all those? I think I got rid of all those. Prototype exploration unit. I swore there was another. Maybe I got rid of it. I swore there was an 8 slaughter somewhere. Maybe not. Is there one over here? There's a couple of real big somethings over here that I need to pull. And another big something over here that I need to take somewhere. Okay. Oh, except I need to go to Manchester. Yeah, it's been forever since I used this collab too. I used it in the past and it's a really good truck from what I remember. Like, it's pretty fuel efficient and like it's got all-time all-wheel and diff. And if you get the suspension for it, it actually doesn't bounce its nose off the ground. Okay, so we gotta go around to the trailer shop. And then we gotta wiggle our way down here. Okay, so let's first go to the trailer shop and pick up that trailer. Right in here. They're slow as hell, but they're like just super good. They just, the only bad part is they're just one purpose. They have high saddle and that's it. If you have something that you can pull a high saddle trailer, then you can use it, but otherwise it has no other uses. I don't think it has a roof rack either. It looks like it should, but yeah, it's a very cool looking truck. The other one's a little bit more nosy than this one, and it has selectable diff and all-wheel drive is the main difference.
But our boots and joy in our hearts, dancing in puddles where our stories.
Ooh, that is an 8 slot.
We won't worry about the
Oh,
mess
yeah,
we
buddy.
make.
Alright.
In the mud we live for living's sake. But our boots
Okay, so we
and joy
need
in our hearts,
to shut this
dancing
off
in puddles where our
and find which
stories
task that
start.
was.
We won't worry about the mess we
There's one that's a
make.
single log.
In the mud we live for living's sake.
A single sequoia. Suppose we could do some of those too, couldn't we? Just knock some of these ones out here. Seeing as we do have an 8 slot trailer. I just kind of want to find... this one. Sequoias to the port, Bennington. 5. Where the heck is that other one? I'm so confused. Quote a single heavy truck that isn't slow as hell. Kenworth is actually pretty speedy. Technically the Wolfpack trucks are heavies, and those are very fast. Those are speedy heavies. I don't know where this frickin' task is. There's one that's for a single... that one. To Rutland. A single to Rutland. So we could just like do that one and then grab one extra, because this thing should be able to hold 2. Alright, YOLO, let's do it. We have to make some extremely wide turns with this trailer. But other than that, we should be okay. Question is how is it going to be getting down into where the sequoias are? Because that's definitely not a... it's a pretty sharp couple of turns. Get down to where the sequoias are, and then we gotta turn it around too. But yeah, see? 8. 0 of 8, which means I should be able to... I should. Unless the sequoias are 5 slot. Not the 5. I think the sequoias are 4 slot. Yo, let it go. Yeah, there's some heavies that are not exactly like the technically the what is that one? The other Pacific P512. That's technically a heavy. Sequoias are 5, son of a B. I don't really want to do this one at a time. Well, we'll do this one. and then we'll maybe do something else. We'll see how it goes, I guess. This could be a challenge with this extremely huge trailer. Alright, swinging way wide. My dot's not going to work because it's on the other part. Okay. I'm gonna sneeze. Felt like I was gonna sneeze. That's not gonna work. Oh yeah, it is. The P512, yeah, I call it the P512 flip. Because it is very flippy. But I mean, at least you can put a sideboard on it and a crane on it, and like, it's a pretty normal truck. It's just, yeah, it sucks way too much fuel. It has way too small of a fuel tank. Like, if you're gonna use a two-wheel drive truck to do stuff like that, just use the W990. It's just better. It also doesn't suck so much fuel, and it has like twice as much fuel available to it as well. Yeah, exactly. You can get like halfway across the map and you just run out of fuel because it's got such a tiny fuel tank too. I mean, you can use it as a fuel truck. It's a pretty decent fuel truck because it can get most places pretty okay, and right, it can definitely have a fuel tank add-on on it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, put an off-road in it and it just takes more. I mean, but it definitely performs better with the off-road in it. But yeah, it's thirsty. Fuel tank makes it more tippy, yeah. I mean, it's got a really wide rear, but yeah, it's so easy to like upset. I mean, the tires are amazing. Don't get me wrong; they're the same coated as a P16, so the tires are very good. So like, it's worth it almost because of that, but it is, but it isn't. Put it that way. Where that's a steep hill. Yeah, I think that really killed it too. Like, I mean, they gave the W990 also had a similar treatment when it first came out as a DLC truck. It didn't have always on diff, and they gave it always on diff, and it made it such a better truck. It's just so much better with always on diff. I feel like every truck is better with always on diff, but Hey, what's up, Sawyer? Yeah, I think I'm gonna use, when we get to Yukon, on the hard mode save, I think I'm gonna use some underdogs again. I can say definitely the Transtar is coming with. We have some plans for the Transtar in Yukon. It's gonna be involving cargo as well, not just being a fuel truck. And might bring the W990 out again. It's been a while. I kind of like parked it because it pissed me off. So I don't know why mine does this. I've tried changing the exhaust to different exhaust. I've tried taking things off and putting it back on. But mine, for some reason, the crane gets stuck. Like every now and then, and it's not always either. Sometimes the crane gets stuck when I try and pull the crane out. Sometimes the crane isn't stuck. Oh yeah, I'm fully aware. Yukon is definitely not an easy region, but there's some spots in it that if you have some chain tires and a low saddle trailer and you're just traveling back and forth along the road doing multiple deliveries, you bet that's where the Transtar is going to come in. It's going to be my parts shuttle. I got a turn here? I do. Oh my goodness. Alright, here we go. Oh yeah, this nice sharp turn. There's nothing's gonna go wrong here. We're dragging this thing over rocks. Coming back up with a gigantic log on this thing is gonna be fun. Yeah, I have to do this 6 times. Because there's one task that's 5 of these, and this one's 1. So I have to come down here 6 times. Down and back up, mind you. Wisconsin's trucks all have issues with fuel. Yeah, true. Because you get the pay star as well. The 5600 TS is like one of the thirstiest trucks in the game. Mind you, I always use it as a fuel truck because it's got the gigantic fuel add-on. So it's not like terrible. There's wind points. I should make it back up. Challenge accepted. I made it up here with a frickin' Kodiak. I drove my Kodiak through here. Mind you not, this is Koya on the back, but... Yeah, this is freaking heaven in compared to driving the Kodiak through this. This thing doesn't really have power to weight issues either. It's not that bad. It's not great, but it's not awful. Yeah, let's see if we can swing this beast around. Okay. So, is going the long way? Probably not. I was gonna say, is going the long way better? My trailer's hung up on the freaking rock. Bitch. They are 5. I, for some reason, thought they were 4 and I could use this 8 slotter to do 2 at a time, but now knowing this, I probably would have just gotten a regular semi-trailer. You have a black eye. What'd you do? Who did you make angry? Whose mama did you mouth off to? You fought 2 guys. Don't fight people. Don't fight people. We were just talking about being nice. You sparred with a friend. Yeah. What does he look like? One ton loaded? That is light. Why did I not? I felt like... I guess I haven't really done many of these ever. Oh, for crying out loud. I'm trying to get the winch point because I'm like high centering is what's happening right here. But it's not turning. There we go. Help me turn. That's true, it does weigh less than a load of shorts. I mean, this trailer's heavy, I guess, but I'm also at half fuel. Not very good. Might actually have to bring a fuel truck to this thing. Come around that tree, please. I see you back there. Okay. Yeah, trailers still like weigh you down though, right? Like, this is just more drag, more tire drag. True. I don't know. Heavy trailers are not exactly the, I mean, they are, I guess, easy to flip, but they definitely feel heavier. I can't just whip it around like I can with the sideboard. The futon for sure. The futon is definitely better in my opinion just because it steers with the front wheels instead of the... Especially now that neither have locking diff or whatever. Always on diff. Yeah. No, I mean, like the heavy trailers and especially like the 3-axle semi 5-slot, like that one has some weight feeling to it, even when you try and flip it. Like it still flips pretty easy, but it's not as easy as flipping like a sideboard semi, you know, that just like whips over and ends up being in the wrong direction. Back. Yeah, I don't like the articulation of the Kiravet's tractors. Like, the K700 is definitely better than the K7M in my opinion, but it's still not very good. Thought I was gonna make it up without winching even. Had a little spot there. You prefer the K7M? I used to prefer the K7M when they had frickin' always on diff, but now they suck. I hate it when you have, especially an articulated truck, that you have to just live in low plus because it won't spin the tires. Or I should say the tires just spin because the diff lock needs to be on. Yep, we're definitely gonna need some fuel. Is there fuel on the way? Their engines damage their performance quite a lot. Yeah, that's true too. I mean, I like how the K7M looks better than the K700, but I think the K700 just performs better. It's a little bit slower at steering, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. They both kind of suck. Yeah, for farming for sure, the K700 is just like I feel like it's just got better traction all around. And like it doesn't seem to be as finicky in turns. Okay, so we need to go this way to Bennington, and there's no fuel along the way. So I will need to bring a fuel truck. We'll see how far we can make it before we run out. Okay. You don't want to change, I guess. Do I wear the front counterweight on the futon? I haven't tried it yet. I don't know. I didn't use it long enough. Like, there wasn't enough farming there to really use it. I used the other one, the Ankatra, the small one, for like the first map. And I just used the futon for part of the second map. And then I was done with farming, so. I tried using it for a task as well, and it really failed me. Like, really failed me. And I was like, yep, I'm definitely not using this thing ever again. Oh yeah, that's true. The hitbox on the counterweight is probably definitely an issue. I could say that that's would be an annoyance. Hey Eagle, how's it going, bud? I mean, it allows, so like the front counterweight offsets the pull, particularly of the harvester. So if you're using the potato harvester, because that thing doesn't really sit on wheels, it just kind of floats off the rear end. And it kind of lets the front end lift off the ground, which then makes you lose a little bit of steering. So if you put the front counterweight on, it keeps the front weight evened out a little bit more, so the rear end doesn't like get driven into the ground quite as much. So I mean, right, if you're using it for farming, particularly the harvester, which not all the tasks even need you to use the harvester there, so. It doesn't necessarily like lift all the way up into the air, but it lets, it's the same thing as like when this got high centered, right? Like the trailer was trying to pull the front tires off the ground, and I just wasn't able to steer as well. Like they were still touching the ground, but they were not full pressure on the ground because it was lifting the front a little bit. So then you have steering woes when you use the harvester. With how heavy even with how heavy the futon them is, yeah. It definitely made an effect on it, but like I said, you don't need it. It just makes your life a little easier. Yeah, it's not necessary, but counterpoint and rear wheel steering, yeah, that would help, but that's why, I mean, the other one being articulated, it doesn't really matter. That's why that doesn't need a weight, you know. Hello and greetings from Poland. Breika, welcome in. Nice. That's gonna drag on that pole. I could probably make this easier for you guys to see. If I will be able to make it, because I mean, I think the hardest part was just climbing that hill. It used a ton of fuel, but now that we're on the flat road, we might be able to make it to the gas station. Let's try. Oh, it just hit red. We're gonna have to detach the trailer too. I'm not taking that up there. I mean, we're almost there. It's like right by the gateway. There's a little offshoot. Am I right on that? Yeah. That must be Polish, and that must be Ed Martin. Name a few trucks that need to be nerfed. That's a pretty easy one. The Zix 612. The Mastodon definitely needs a nerf. The Burlak needs a nerf. Like, no truck should be able to just drive over breakable ice and not fall in. Like, it's balanced, but it's not. Like, nothing, it's kind of tippy, but that's really its only downside. It, like, has way too much fuel. Fuel values are really good. Same thing with the Zix. It has, like, a ton of fuel. Has, like, every single... Like, if you took away a bunch of the add-ons on the Zix 612 and made it more like the 605R, I'd be okay with the status of how the Zix is. Probably the Kenworth, even though I don't want it to be nerfed. We actually freaking made it. Can't believe it. What's this? Oh, is it turning? I have to deliver something here. That's funny. By that logic, all 71-inch tire trucks should get nerfed. No, because 71-inch tires can still fall into ice. They still break through the surface. Like, the Burlak literally drives over the surface, and the ice doesn't break. So, we were just dogging the P12, you missed it. And we were talking about how bad the P12 was. Yeah, I wouldn't say, like, I just wanted to, like, be able to fall into ice. Like, when I used it in Cola, I was like, this is cheating. Like, this is definitely just cheating. Like, you can just drive full speed over ice Doritos and they don't flip up. And like I said, in certain conditions, right? The Burlak is not good over rocks, but, like, just as a infinite amounts of fuel scout, like, it's OP. It's very OP. Probably, I don't know if the Tiger really needs any nerfs. The Tiger's, like, really balanced, but it does have the problem of, like, being slightly underpowered, and even with its best motor, and it uses a bunch of fuel, so I would say the Tiger is probably, like, good balance, but it's also sort of easy mode. And when I say the Taiga, I mean the 6436. I mean, I guess the Pike maybe could... I mean, I still flip the Pike, though. It has, like, some bounciness to it that kind of keeps it in balance. But the Pike is really good, too. Like, it definitely doesn't use a ton of fuel. It has a whole bunch of extra fuel. But it's relatively balanced. It's not, like, super powered. Putting the Azov 6 into the 2-strong. Yeah, Azov 6 is, like... The balance of the Azov 6 is that it's a complete turtle, right? Like, that thing is so slow. Rutland is where? Follow the road straight. Got it. Yeah, that's true. I mean... But, I mean, like, if you buy the Azov 6 at level 1, you're kind of cheating yourself out of the difficulty of the game, right? Like the game... Nate Province was talking about that the other day, too, about how the game is, like, perfectly balanced until you hit year 1, right? Like, the progression flow... Like, Michigan is very difficult with Michigan trucks and, like, level 1, right? But if you, like, cheat and go to a region that you can buy the Azov 6 and buy an Azov 6 and then, like, go get the Taiga, like, from Tamir, for example, like, all of us probably did when we first started playing this game, because that was sort of the guide, you know? Like, you just breeze through, even though it's, like, super slow, it's super good. I mean, if you look at the other Azov, the Azov 7 is unlockable at either 20 or 22, and it's like super cheap. Like, that thing is technically cheaper than the Azov 6, but you can't get it until you're level 20 or 22, so like, you don't really have the possibility of even thinking about getting it until you're in places like Paymir, you know? Consumes more fuel. There's no way, man. The Azov 6 consumes like no fuel. That thing is like one of the most fuel efficient trucks in the game. Besides for the new Azov Atom, which is basically the same truck, it's just bigger. Yeah, the Azov 6 is super low fuel consumption. Are we talking about... You're not talking about the 5319, are you? Because that I would agree with you. The 5319's thirsty, but... Now, mind you, if you're, like, spinning your tires in mud... Because, like, the other balance feature of the Azov 6 is... Its tires are really small, even though you can get really good tires also at the beginning of the game. But the tires are small, so, like, it does tend to hang up. Especially in deep mud. Yeah, the 5 has really bad fuel. Yeah, 6 is like you can go forever on the 6 though. You can drive across like 2 maps with the 6 and not run out of fuel. We don't know what you're saying, Breaka, sorry. If you can, do it in English so we can understand, but... If you can't, I understand. Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, you said it consumes more fuel at full throttle, and I was like, what? Confused. Consumes less fuel at full throttle than some trucks do on idle. That makes more sense. There we go. But yeah, I think, let me think about other trucks. What would I nerf if I was in control? Probably... I don't know if I'd nerf the 605, because the 605 comes from the hardest region, and it doesn't really... Like, it's balanced, but it's also really strong. But it comes from the hardest region in the game, and one of the hardest maps of the game. So, like... I mean, it's like a reward, right? Like, you... But, like, if you use that in other regions, it is sort of cheat code. Oh, is he taking it off because it's late? Is that what that said? Okay, this goes way the heck over here. Try and make this turn. That's gonna be fun. Okay, thanks, bud. No problem. I understand. Get tired, gotta go to sleep. Thanks for popping in, though. Would I nerf the plaid? The plaid is... I don't think it has too many things like the add-ons are. There's probably slightly too many add-ons, and it is... The balance is, like, really good, but I think there's probably... It doesn't... It's not the greatest on fuel, and its fuel tank is kind of small, so there is, like, a risk of using it, of running out of fuel. It's a little cumbersome, but, like, it tends to work its way through tricky spots, so... But, I mean, it is a really good truck. I don't know, I wish they did more trucks like this that are just, like, one purpose, right? You know, like make it really good at that one purpose, like the P16 or that kind of thing, you know, like for doing high saddle stuff. Or doing long logs or something like that, you know, like, Like, make trucks be one purpose and then make them really good at that, but like then you can't use it for other things, you know? Kind of like the Aramatsu Forester, right? Like, you can't use the Aramatsu Forester to deliver any cargo, but man, can you deliver some logs with it? No, I think the Tuz is fair. So the Tuz, the tires obviously is what makes it so good, and the fact that it's like pretty durable, but the counterpoint is you cannot take it in any water, otherwise it'll drown because it doesn't have a snorkel. So you'll just completely destroy the motor if you accidentally take it through something too deep. And like some maps you have to take it through water, so like there's places where you just can't use it. But there's also places where like it's a little too uneven, because it does tend to be a little flippy if you get it in places where you can get it unsettled. So like I don't think it really needs to be nerfed. It is like, I think the thing that you could probably do with it, because it's so freaking heavy, like the thing that would probably balance it a little bit would be to make it lighter, which would make it be a little bit more easy to slip, even though the tires are really good. But it would also make it so it would probably flip a little bit more because it's lighter, I guess, maybe. I don't know. And it doesn't have the ability to tow a trailer either, so like there's that balance level of it as well. So no, probably not. The Tuz 420 could probably stay how it is, because like I don't really use it a lot just because it is like so finicky on balance. I'll probably use it once I go to a mirror, but just because there's spots where it's really good in a mirror. But I'll probably also bring the Burlak though too. We'll probably bring everything to a mirror. Kenworth even above the 612. I mean, yeah, it's such a stable platform for overloading. Like I don't know how you would nerf it without like completely destroying it, you know? Maybe the same thing, like make it lighter, which would then make it better driving up hills though if you made it lighter. Like it wouldn't have power woes as much if it was a lighter truck, but it would also flip a lot more. Not be as stable when you're doing I don't know if that would work or not. Oh, Breakage your sub. Thanks for the sub, buddy. If you're still here. Yeah, but I mean, I think, yeah, I guess you could take some fuel away from it. It is pretty, but it does use some fuel. Like it's not the most fuel efficient truck in the game for sure. So you do kind of need a bigger fuel tank for it to suck some fuel from. So like you don't want to like P512 affect it where you keep it high on fuel consumption and reduce its tank too far. Then it would just suck. Then it would be another FEM. FEM has a smaller fuel tank than the Kenworth does and uses twice as much fuel. I don't know, I wish they made, like, they don't have any Russian heavy duties, right? There's 0 Russian heavy duties in the game. All the Russian trucks are either heavy or off-road or scout. So like if they made some like Russian heavy duties, like a true Russian white Western style, that would be slick. I'd be super excited about that. Yeah, the Step 310 is essentially, but it's an off-road, which is weird. Like that truck should really be a heavy duty, but like more trucks like that though from Russia, because they're really, I mean, when you think about it, there isn't like a lot of selectable diff and all-wheel drive Russian trucks, right? Like pretty much they're all just always on diff, always on all-wheel drive. Kind of lightweight. Use UOD2 or OMDs. Like not the greatest, but not the worst either. Metal beams, metal rolls. So there. Where's that one? Rig site 1 is metal beams, metal rolls to there. I don't even have enough room on this trailer for that. I mean, almost enough room on the trailer for that. That sucks. There is no freaking way I'm getting this trailer back in there. That's the other thing. That's the other thing. There is no way I'm getting this massive trailer back. I think we're gonna swap to a regular truck. We'll just leave this here. Might use it, might not. Perfect. Yeah, there is. There is quite a few, and like I said, you're like locked into the trucks that are quote unquote. Oh, that's 3 metal beams. And 4 metal rolls, okay. Well. True. I mean, you do have to drag the Kenworth, though. So you need something, like, pretty decent, and if you're, like, in a fresh game that's not leveled, yeah, good luck getting the Kenworth out of there. Where it is. Or no, you don't actually have to get it out of there. What do you have to do? You have to bring a fuel to it. And repair it. That's what it is. Yeah, it's not as difficult as I'm making it out to be. So yeah, you probably could just go get it. True. But yeah, you could just recover it. If it was normal, at least. If it was hard mode, it'd probably be kind of not worth spending $8 grand to get it out of there and then transfer it and pay another $3,500 to transfer it. Plus, if you really do need to go get the motor for it, which is a bit of a trip. Especially if you're using a Chevy. And your Chevy will not have enough repair points to fix it either. You need to like bring a repair trailer. Four of these. We'll go get one metal beam and then we'll come back and get 2 metal beams. Not this way. Go. Like this. True. I mean, you're never going to have enough money, and even in Michigan. Like, I think you would barely have enough money if you sold everything and towards the end of Michigan to buy a Mastodon. Now, I still think your best bet is if you really wanted to travel somewhere, you take something to go get a Taiga. And I would say you're better off going to Season 8 if you have it, and getting that free Taiga because it comes with a trailer, or it comes with a crane. You get a super crane with it. And then you can also, while you're there, go pick up the K700 and use it as like a rescue truck to like pull trucks out of places and shit in Michigan. You can use it to tow trailers too, so like all the heavy whatever curtain side trailers and stuff that you have to move around in Michigan, just use the K700 to do it. Go rescue all the trucks out of the swamps with the K700. And like you just drive to the K700 and it drives itself out of there. If you really wanted to, you could, in theory, take the K700 to go drive and get the P512 as well. Just discover the P512. Because you don't need to unlock anything to get to it, you just need to drive to it. And then you could recover that, or tow it back, probably. I don't know if you'd have enough fuel to get it all the way back, but... there's a lot of trucks you can just go get. There's like 9 trucks in Season 9 you can just go get. I think the only one that requires the task is the trademark truck, the Gary Special, and the little Zix that you get there, but everything else is just drive up to it and get it. So you can get 114 SD. I guess you do need to open the gateway. No, you don't actually need to open the gateway. Because you can get to the other map, you have to be able to drive there, which kind of sucks in early game stuff. But yeah, you could just go collect an extra GMC, go collect an A&K Civilian, go collect a 114 SD, go collect an extra Fleet Star with a logging add-on, so you don't have to spend 14 grand for the logging add-on for long logs. Or 7 grand maybe is what the front log carrier is. I don't know. I feel like all the logging add-ons are 14 grand, but maybe not. Maybe not the front log one. I know the medium is like 14 grand. And also one of the trucks there comes with a medium logging add-on as well in Season 9. So you could just go collect trucks in Season 9 for a couple hours and come back. Yeah, yeah, that's, I mean, that's, you can also just go get the P16. Honestly, getting the twin steer is not too difficult either. Just gotta have a truck that can tow one of the many repair trailers there. And then you can just go get one of the little fuel add-ons, one of the many fuel trailers that are in Highland Lake, and get yourself the twin steer as well, which is like really good for beginning. Doesn't have all-wheel drive, but it's got off-road, or I think they're the OHS ones, the good off-roads, the good single off-roads that come on it. So it can pretty much drive through most things. Just got to be careful with turning, that's all. Okay, let's get turned around. We gotta go this way. And then over here. Like that. Oh yeah, I mean, the P16 definitely can do a lot of things, but you can't really, like, pull any cargo with it, because unless you feel like buying a heavy trailer, there is no free heavy trailers in Michigan. There's only sideboard semis and the one flat blue trailer as well. So you need a low saddle, which you don't have on the P16. So you're either pulling trailers, which actually kind of sucks with the P16, or using it for long logs, right? So that's like the only two uses, so. Whereas the twin steer is just have 4 slots of cargo. Mind you, you don't get a crane, so you have to pay for cargo loading if you're using it for hard mode, so there's that trade-off as well. I don't know, I still think you're better off selling the twin steer and buying a CT681. Because the CT681 like starts kind of crappy, especially if you don't have good tires. But as you level and get the all-wheel drive for it, and get the diff lock for it, and get, you know, UODs or OMDs for it, like, that thing will last you the rest of the game. Heading out to your stream, bud? Alright. I'll probably swing in a little bit later. What time is it anyhow? I don't know what time it is. Oh jeez, 8 o'clock already. I definitely want to do this one, because there's like 3 steps to it too. It's one of the more hefty contracts. Where is it? Setting up rig site 1. You got to do this, then we got to do a drilling equipment, and then we got to bring one of the big trailers. And then we also have to bring an oil rig drill. So yeah, we'll try and get that done. This truck can do 3 of the 4 things, and then the other truck that we have can do the high saddle trailer. I definitely have a bit of a soft spot for this truck too. And like now that the GMC, I think today's episode, or Monday's episode maybe. No, it was today's episode. I think I got the GMC all-wheel drive, and then I like immediately put it in it and like took it all over the place with fuel, and I was like, yes. It's pretty much did the entire game without having all-wheel drive in my GMCs, and I finally got to Cola to get it. Got such a good like engine sound. It's like relatively good truck too, especially once you get the all-wheel drive. Like it basically changes the game for this thing. More trucks like this. There's also no Russian highway trucks either. Be interesting to see what they would do with like a Russian highway truck. Yeah, I mean, especially when you're not using it with a low saddle trailer, it gets a little tippy, but I think with the low saddle, it's pretty darn good. It doesn't really have too much of an issue. Just gotta watch your turns, use the trailer to help you for stability, and you're good to go. Kind of gotta let it settle too if it starts getting bouncy, because it does sometimes get a little bouncy, and if you let it settle, it tends to work itself out and just settle and be fine. But yeah, the only thing with hard mode is like, if you want the true challenge of hard mode, try and resist buying JAT tires if you have the JAT pack for tires, because you can just immediately hop in your Fleet Star and put JAT OMDs on it, which are basically the best tires for the Fleet Star from level 2 when you get it, you know, so like you don't have to like wait until you're level 8 or 10 or whatever it is to get off-road tires. And then at that point the Fleet Star just dominates Michigan. And same thing with the White Western Star too. Like, I guess by the time you get the White Western Star, you usually have off-road tires available to you, so you tend to like just throw them on right away when you get the White Western Star. But I would say if you can resist, it will give you a more true... I am like stuck between these trees. Okay. Yeah, White Western Star just dominates. It pretty much dominates the whole vanilla of the game. It's one of the best trucks. I really like the Royal BM as well, even though that's a little flippy. Doesn't have diff lock, but that Royal like took me through basically all of Alaska. I used that for most of Alaska. Just slap a low saddle. Again, use the low saddle for your balance. Use the long trailer and use angles of the trailer to help you stay balanced. It's another really good truck. Pretty fuel efficient. Like I said, just doesn't have to... You get kind of stuck in it in some spots, but as long as you like keep momentum in it, it's fine. Yeah, I agree. I think the Royal with a diff lock would be almost a replacement for a... no, I wouldn't say maybe not a replacement, but it would be like an equivalent White Western Star-ish truck. What do we have going on here? There's some like weird weight going on here. Tires were locking up over that little hill. Uh-oh, am I gonna have enough fuel to make it back out of here? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe we'll do something I said I wasn't gonna do. I'm kind of interested now to see if this mod map game version does the same thing as my hard mode game version, W990. Yeah, that's true. The starter regions, I mean, even the Step 310 is like a pretty good workhorse too in Taiga, but or in Tamir, I mean, in Taiga. Yeah, that's the name of the region. It's just what it is. Yeah, I feel like we were talking about that too, maybe in Nate Province's stream. Like, if you didn't get the Taiga, if you got like a baby Zix, like a 5368, and a then a Step 310, or a Step 310 and a baby Zix or something, or maybe even like a different one of the other Vorons, you know, that kind of thing, like a Voron D maybe. Because, like, the Voron's, like, not quite as good as the Taiga, and it would fit, you know? Okay. Highway. I just want to see if this thing... This is how I normally have it set up. The 2-inch W990 tires. Oops. I meant to sell that. I don't think I have anything special for the exhaust. Snorkel. Where's the roof rack? Take the factory fenders off. I think that's it. I don't really have anything else. Alright. Yeah, see, it doesn't... On both normal versions of the game, it doesn't do it. But, like... Yeah, see, it's like not getting stuck. But for some reason, my hard mode W990, which I bought way back in Season 12 when I first went there, like, the crane gets stuck coming out. Yeah, this is just not doing it. Yeah, it's almost every, like, but the thing is like, sometimes it doesn't do it. It's really weird. Like, I can detach the trailer, but, like, some days when I load the game in, my W990, the crane will get, like, stuck coming out. And I just can't get it to come out, and I just, like, give up on using it. We could try it real quick. I could hop into my hard mode save. I don't even know where my W990 is. We'll see. We'll find where it is, and then I'll hop into that map so I don't have to pay to move it. Okay, load. Definitely not here. I know that. Quick storage, highway, Almedy. Wow, I used it in season 13 last. That's funny. Okay, Almedy. There's only one garage there, so that's an easy one. Like, I mean, I changed the paint job, but I don't think that that would have anything to do with it, but you know, who knows. Yeah, and I think I tried a couple of different exhausts thinking it was the exhaust, but so I don't know if it's got the stock exhaust on it or not, but let's see. Yeah, it does have a different exhaust. So it's got the prime motor, same thing, off-road, same thing, raised suspension, same thing, 52-inch Kenworths, advanced heavy, no spare wheel, wedge cap, snorkel, same add-ons. It's got the loading crane and the low saddle. I put a sun visor on it. Maybe, who knows, maybe that's it. No, that's a stock sun visor. That wouldn't be anything. I put the roof rack on it. I have the stock bumper on it. I took the side fenders off. Let's just put the stock back on it. Actually, no, let's leave the flap cap on it to see if it does it. I just want to leave the garage and show you what I mean. There it goes. See? And I have to, like, finagle it to get the crane out. And sometimes I can't get the crane out. Okay, so restore crane. Let's try it again. Yep, it's stuck again. Alright, let's go swap it to the stock. Stock exhaust. We'll make everything the same as the other one. We'll even put the paint job back to the other paint job. I don't think the paint job does anything. See? It's just my hard mode one. That's why I haven't used it for a while, because it, like... Yeah. And it, like, didn't do this in Season 12 either. I think it started doing it at some point in time, and it's really freaking annoying. I think it was, like, Season 10 when it started doing it, maybe. And it, like, just drove me freaking mad. So, like, I haven't used it in a while because, like, I can't use the crane. Like, here's my only other thought, right? Let's try something. Let's spend some money and try something. Yeah, and it's hard mode, so I lose 50% of the cost of it if I sell it and rebuy it. And this is not a cheap truck. But I am willing to do this. So we're gonna sell this particular saddle low and this particular crane. In fact, we'll sell whatever spare crane this is, even though I don't want to. And then we'll leave the garage just so it, like, resets. You know what I... Just for grins. Let's cycle the suspension. Okay. Let's rebuy the crane. Yeah, and it's just my... Nope. Yeah, this truck is broken. There's something... Oh, there we go. I got it to come out. So then that's what I have to do. I have to, like, fight with it to get it to come out. And then I can use the crane. But, like, that really kills the use of this truck in my hard mode save when I have to, like, fight with the crane. Like... There we go. Yeah, like if I finagle with it, it comes out. But, here's one more idea. One more idea. We'll spend a slight bit more money. Yeah, and I don't want it to become a sport truck. Okay. We'll pay for a repair. We'll give it a $1,500 repair. So it's like fresh, right? And we'll even give it back its original paint job, which is here. This guy. And we'll take the sticker off the front. So I don't know why, but I put stickers on this thing. Because it was funny. Take the stickers off. What do I have? Interior stickers too? Yeah, I see interior stickers. Well, let's try it like this. Are you fucking kidding me? Is it stickers or the paint job? Okay, hold on. Hold on now. Alright, we're gonna grab the other one in the other save, and we're gonna put stickers on it. I mean, if that fixes it, I'm using this thing in Yukon. Okay, exit. Okay, back to Highway Haulin. Yeah, I mean, it is, like, weird that there's stickers on the back, right? Alright, we need to go to the store. Why don't we just buy a trailer here right away? So I don't have to drive in here. Okay. Customize paint job. Okay, first let's try the paint job. Nope, it's not the paint job. Stickers. Not interior stickers, exterior stickers. Okay, let's do the same sticker. Harsh driver, harsh driver, harsh driver. There's two on the hood too, which is kind of weird. Harsh driver on the roof, and harsh driver on the back, harsh driver on the back. I bet you it's these two on the back. Oh, it didn't. It almost looked like it wanted to get stuck. Now it's gonna behave. All right, let's I did have interior stickers. There's like a gajillion interior stickers. Yeah, and like I said, I've asked people and they're like, it doesn't happen to me, man. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Mine the crane sticks, and like people think I'm crazy, but you saw it. It definitely sticks. Alright, now it's not doing it. I mean, that definitely fixed the other one, taking the stickers off. Alright, so let's just take the stickers off just because I don't want to deal with this in the event that it starts happening. Maybe, oh, I didn't put the windshield sticker on. Maybe it was the windshield sticker. You know, let's put this back on and put the windshield sticker on. We'll even put the same sticker on. Oh, it just tried to get stuck. You saw it. There it goes. It's happening. It's the frickin' big and dirty sticker. It's the windshield sticker. Yep. Like it's on the verge of being stuck like it normally was. So yeah, if you have a W990, don't put a windshield sticker on it. I'm gonna run it with the other stickers just to see. Like if it starts happening, it is what it is, but I'll struggle with it until I get it to come out, but... Yep, now it's fine. Windshield sticker. It's such a good truck. Like if you're gonna buy a standalone DLC, like it's so balanced because it's got only 2-wheel drive, but it's so good. It uses like no fuel. But it is very dangerous. Like it's definitely flippy, and it gets going a little too fast, which makes it even more flippy. So you have to really like throttle it down. But the extra fuel, the only thing is it doesn't have a spare tire, but it does not like going over rocks because it's only rear-wheel drive, and it's got that dead axle that likes to get stuck on rocks. But other than that, it's a pretty amazing truck. You'll see. We'll go get some metal beams and deliver them to that same spot that we went, and it'll just scoot right up there. We need to go to here so I don't miss my turn. That's true. I mean, this came out before the ads of Adam did, though, so. This paint job is sick, too. It glows in the dark. See what I mean? How it gets going a little too fast. But look at the fuel consumption. 1.4 gallons a minute, throttled out. 2.1 up the hill, 2.6 up the hill. Diff lock always on. 3.6 mud rating or 3.4 mud rating tires. And it's got a ton of fuel, and it's got like a decent amount of fuel on the roof rack too, so definitely very strong. Strong with limitations. You don't want to take it in like super deep mud or rocky areas, but it can still like get through it too. That's the crazy part. It's just it really struggles getting through it. Sounds amazing too. decent horn. Not the greatest. It's not a Kenworth horn or a P16 horn, but see what I mean? How it gets going a little too fast. If you just like hold it down, it just gets a little squirrely. Actually works quite well just living in high in this thing too. Got tons of power. Doesn't make you go too fast then either. Yep, this guy, now that I know how to fix the crane, take the fucking stickers off. I can't believe it's the front sticker. Yeah, I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, why does my normal mode... Because I have another one for in my normal mode, obviously, because you get all the DLCs in normal mode. And I figured this is a normal mode save. It's got DLCs. Let's try it for science. Ahoy! It's a heist. You probably heard that I like whacked my microphone with my finger. Hopefully it wasn't like super loud. I was fixing my headset. Falling asleep? Alright, bud. Yeah, it is late for you, so have a good sleep. We will see you in the next one. You know what I'm going to do for science at some point, just to test it, is see if it's a specific sticker that causes, if it's just the big and dirty sticker, or I'm going to try other windshield stickers on my hard mode one to see if it causes it to have the crane be stuck. Grim winds. Nice. This is another truck if you use this thing in Michigan. And you probably could afford buying this if you sold like Twin Steer and maybe one other truck. You could easily afford buying this thing. And this thing would just dominate Michigan with these tires. You don't really need all-wheel drive for too many parts in Michigan. And like, yeah, this thing would be really good in Michigan. Especially right off the bat. Oh shoot, that's right. There's other steps to this. Do I want to try and finish this, or should I just do it in the next one? I don't know, I'm pretty tired. I'm thinking how tired I am and going like, I don't know if I have time for 3 more trips here. I was thinking this was it. It is it for this step. See if this thing just cruises and high up this hill. Yep, it does. Yeah, it's kind of cheating. Okay, so where do I get drilling? Is it even here? Okay, we do get drilling equipment from there. Oh, and the drill comes from there too. Okay, that's not too bad. We can probably squeeze that in. We'll take both of these back. We'll grab a drilling equipment and a drill because we need that for the other step of this. This one. Oil rig drill, right? Drilling equipment. Make sure. Oil rig drill, yeah. Okay. We have 2 5-slot trucks. We have 2 5-slot or 4-slot and 5-slot items, so. We'll just tandem these two out of here and tandem them back. And then in between we'll grab the high saddle trailer, and I think is over at the railroad. Yeah, if I would have had to, like, go to another map, well, that probably would have cost me. Like, nah, not today. Uh-oh. Okay. Get this thing out of the way. Fix that. Hung up on something. Nothing. I got hung up on a mystery nothing. Ay, I missed. Oh crap. Probably have to disconnect again here. I wonder why he like stopped this road. Like, it's just kind of like a normal road, and then it just turns into nothing, and then it becomes a normal road again. Dang it. Too many winch points. Okay. Slam this in high. The other thing about this thing is you can just like turbo it into high and it just doesn't care. As long as you're like moving with the off-road gearbox, at least you can just slam it into high and it just goes. Not this one. Dang it. I feel like there's a weird lip around this that it's just easier to go up in here. We'll take the wrong way. We'll go up the wrong way. Oh yeah, I can feel that tired setting in. Sorry, not being super talkative. I'm just tired. Yeah, we should be able to just grab these two, drive them back there. I need to make sure that that drill rig goes to the same spot, which I think it does. Then it'll just be there once we get there with the heavy trailer. Because we got to turn in this drilling equipment first, and then do the heavy trailer, and then the drill rig is final part. But it'll just be there instead of not messing around with it. Just leave it there. I wonder if this little free truck here has some fuel in it and we can steal. Ooh. It does. Yeah, good. I'll take it out of this, and if I need to refuel the other truck, I can fuel from this. Okay. I think it's in a bay. Yep, we need to like back into here. Here's the glow-in-the-dark paint job on this thing. Drilling equipment, special cargo, oil rig drill, perfect. Okay. This guy. Yes. Making sure that that's drilling equipment. To second guess myself for a moment. Yeah, this thing should have enough fuel since I'm just towing it. Six long logs, one oversized cargo, and a contest in tournaments, and then you're done. That's good. Are you doing them one map at a time, where you kind of like work through the map and complete everything you can and then go to the next map, or are you doing it where it just happens to be convenient, or you're like cleaning up stuff that you didn't complete before? People play this game like so many different ways, which is interesting to me. Like, you can do it in any order, and well, most of the time. I mean, there's obviously some contracts that you can't do before others, but so you're doing one map at a time. So that means you're probably almost done with Amir. Did you do Northern Angus already, or are you doing that last? Because Cherno, I thought, was sort of towards the end. Oh, Cherno, you're doing Cherno before Cosmodrome? I thought Cherno was had some stuff in it that you had to do later. And I know if you do Northern and then you like finish out Cosmodrome or Cherno or something. Where's the rocket? Is the rocket in Cherno or Cosmo? You got the garages first? Yeah. I can't remember where the rocket facility is. Rocket in Cosmo? I mean, you can't really complete Cosmo until you do Northern Aegis. Yeah, I was kind of thinking about that with my Amir coming up, actually. On like how I'm going to tackle it. And obviously Urska needs to kind of be done first, for the most part, before you can move. But I mean, I think I'm going to go and get upgrades and get vehicles and that kind of thing. And obviously having the 605R to help is going to help. Fuels in Cherno. I guess that makes sense too. I'm just gonna throw money at it. It's gonna be my last map on that save, so I don't need to hoard anymore. So like if I need to buy a freaking gas, or I'm not gonna like bother transferring fuel. I am gonna bring fuel trucks, but I'm just gonna buy gas. We'll just drive it to the fuel station and fill it. I don't care how expensive it is. Just gonna make a couple of marks so we don't get lost. I'm also gonna make it day. See what this guy's doing back there. I haven't decided if I'm gonna cheat and bring some metal beams with me either, because I'm gonna be coming from Wisconsin. I'm trying to think if there's spare metal beams in Wisconsin, or even metal rolls. I don't know if there is close by to the garage. But the way you do it is you take a 4-slot truck and you load up 2 metal beams on it, and then you shove it into storage via 6 different vehicles. So seeing as I'm going to be transferring vehicles anyhow, I might as well just transfer the FEM, and possibly if I rebuy the first map on Wisconsin to the east of the garage. Is it unlimited, or do you have to craft it? Because if there's unlimited metal beams, I might take a few with me, just to not have to craft as many of them. Generators, but yeah, I don't know if I want to like waste fuel on it though. I guess maybe if I have some fuel left. My freaking microphone has been off this whole time. Hopefully it hasn't been too boring. I don't know how long it's been off for, but you know, that happens when you're tired. Just yapping away. Nothing happening. I was saying how cool it was that the axles appear like they're spinning. And you can see them. Axle, driveline, that kind of thing. Uh-oh. I was also commenting how I think I'm probably going to get stuck here. Yeah, I'm definitely tired. I'm calling it after this gets delivered. Deliver this, we'll deliver the oil rig drill, and we'll complete this particular contract. But yeah, this is a neat truck. I'm glad. The other thing that I really like about this region, this Highway Haulin region, is it gives you pretty much every base game truck, every vanilla truck, like including the ones that you can buy. I guess he doesn't give you like all of them, but most of them. And like there's a lot of like classics in there that you just don't use, that you don't even think about. And it gives you an opportunity to play with some of the trucks that you may not use a lot. Like there's a task here to go get a Azov Antarctic, and honestly I don't think I've like maybe more than a couple of times maybe just to try it. I don't think I've ever used that truck. Okay. We need that one. Yeah. We're hung on the legs. And that one's too far away. I don't know if I want to do that top one or not. I think that's probably a bad idea. Yeah, it is. It definitely is. There we go. Had to get it. Ooh. Had to get it free from the legs, and it was fine. Ta-da. Alright, you're next. Aw, it did all of that and then it didn't do a cutscene for the end. That was it. Just so disappointed. Like, all that. And it's just like, here you go, you're here. Well, that's it. We're done with that one. I think we'll do this one and the next one, or possibly we'll be doing Farm Sim 25 next week. We'll see. We'll see how I feel about it. But yeah, we might do some Farm Sim. Try it out. See how the new stuff is. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna like do a whole series or not, because I just don't know if I got it in me. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I know next week is more Cola, and for sure one episode of Satisfactory, and I don't know if I'm gonna start making it just one and then maybe do an episode of Farm Sim or something else. Who knows? But we'll figure it out. But as always, thanks everybody for hanging out. Grim, I know you were here for a while. Martin was here for a while. Rex was here for a bit. He's streaming right now. We'll probably head over there and say hello at least. But yeah, thank you everybody for the support as always, and you know what to do. Press that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment with something funny. Tell me how many memes you have gotten from election season in the comments, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.